Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Just 600 kilometers northeast on the coastline from Chennai, we are in vibrant Visakhapatnam. We have been treated to some sumptuous white ball cricket from both teams. It's the second ODI here, and I've got the two captains alongside me, Virat Kohli, Karan Pollard, David Boone, the match referee from Australia, and the Dream 11 mascot. Virat, you've got the coin.
Tails.
Tails is again the call from Karan Pollard. It's a tail. Karan, what have you decided?
We're going to field first.
Any reasons for that? Is it something which goes well for the West Indies team, or is it the dew factor? What is in your mind?
Again, a lot of variables, again, coming to the unknown. Sometimes you want to see what's going to take place. You want to see what we can get, from our pacers. And any day, most times in night cricket, the ball tends to come onto the bat, a bit more. So, again, we're the sort of people where we want the ball coming onto the bat, so, we back ourselves.
You've competed really hard right through the series and outclassed India in the last game. The last time West Indies won a one-day series was, 16, 17 years ago? Is that at your back of your mind?
When you say one-day series against India, you speak about, right? The one-day series against India, you speak about?
Yep.
Yeah, well, again, that's all in the past. Again, there's nothing we can do about that. At the end of the day, we have to, deal with what's in the present. And, what we have in front of us is an important game for us, an opportunity for us, yes, to win a series. But in order to do that, you still have to do the basics. You still have to tick a lot of boxes. So, again, what has gone in the last couple of days has been forgotten. And, we start 0 for 0 again.
Your team news today?
Yeah, we have two changes. Evan Lewis, he's fit, so he comes in for Sunil Ambris. And, Walsh misses out, and Carey Pear makes his debut for us.
Best of luck for today.
Thank you.
Virat, happy batting first yet again?
Yeah, not a bad pitch at all. I mean, it's a pretty hard pitch. Really good to bat on, I think, in the first half. We wanted to field first as well. This has been a ground where we've chased well. But having said that, I think you can't really rely on the toss. That's why we made one change to our team today as well. We want to solidify both aspects of our game, batting and bowling, and be a little more sharper in the field. And as we spoke in one as well, the toss is not in your control. You have to be ready to do either. And it's about wanting to do it well. So I think the pitch is much better to play on than the last game. So even the first innings should have a lot of runs on offer.
Yeah, many were surprised with West Indies' decision to bowl first at Chennai, you and me included. But possibly the dew played a bit of a role in the last game. Do you think dew is again going to play a big role over here as well?
I don't think dew was a massive factor in the last game, to be honest. Only the last maybe 10 overs, the dew came on a little bit. But apart from that, I think it was a pretty good pitch to defend on. I think Shimron Hetmeyer played a hell of a knock, and Shea Hope as well, held one end. So they batted brilliantly in the last game. We have to admit that, we should have taken our chances. And if we don't field well, then against a side like West Indies, you're always going to find it difficult to contain when they get going. So I think we need to be more brave. We want to show body language and really bring that intensity into the game. We don't want to shy away from a challenge or trying out things. We want to be brave in situations and look them in the eye and play our best cricket.
Every time India have been 1-0 down, you guys have come back really strong. But is it a cause of concern that the last 4 ODIs played in India, India have lost 3 to Australia, now 1 to West Indies?
Yeah, it boils down to small things. Our overseas record has been better than home. But not to take away anything from what the opposition has done as well. I think against Australia too, we wanted to win 1 game out of 3, but we couldn't. So they brought the intensity to us, and now it's our responsibility to bring that intensity into our game and try and get a result, because if it's a do-or-die game, we should be able to stand up more often than not. It won't happen every time, but the intent should be to make an impact performance in games like these.
You mentioned that one change. Who is it?
Shivam Dubey misses out and Shardul Thakur replaces him. We knew that dew might be a factor in the later half, so adding another seamer gives us a more balanced bowling attack and something that we can really attack the opposition with, not be one-dimensional in our ways. So yeah, Shardul comes in for this game.
Go well, Virat. Cheers. So we have it. The news from out here in Visakhapatnam is that Windies have once again won the toss and will field first.
The West Indies won it again and they chose to field first. First ball to Rohit Sharma. Not a bad first ball either. He tends to swing it into the right-hander. This one went away. Bread and butter for Rohit Sharma. Will go fine enough. There was a man at third man. He was too square. Yes, he likes playing that shot. Yes. But that's Rahul. Anything short ball, he latches onto it. Nice shot. No problems with that one. Was very, very crisply struck. So easily done. 50 to KL Rahul. Now runs on the offside.
Beautifully placed. And a 50 to Rohit Sharma. Oh, brilliantly done. In that line to Rohit Sharma, you have to pay for it.
Holding up. It's gone up in the air. Oh. Will run away for 4. Only hits it somewhere else. He's flat batted it straight on the cushion. Now that's a shot. Now here's a batsman in the 90s and he's sailing through. He'll get the single, Rohit Sharma, yet another century. 700 this year, 28th in all, champion. And this is the reason why. This is the reason why he's got that strike rate. And that's it. His first in India. Third overall for KL Rahul. That is smashed.
Down to third man. Taken safely by Ruston Chase. A rare failure for Virat Kohli on this ground. The crowd is stunned, he is stunned, and Pollard is off for a lap of honor.
Nicely played, crisply played.
In the gap and 4. Disappears.
And gets to 150 in style. 8th time Rohit Sharma goes past 150.
Oh, yes. Yes. Sheldon Gottel does it. Oh, this is big. This is just time well enough for another 6. The leg cutter, but the result is a 6. Well, once again, this is a big one. Oh, that's a good shot. Oh, it's gone through him. This is not good bowling. That's going to be another 6. No, that's a great shot. Go seam up. This one's gone up. Could be caught and taken. It's going to be another wide. There's an appeal. Oh, he's raised the finger. The batsman's walking as well. That's unbelievable. Well, that's been sliced over those fielders inside the circle on the offside. Last ball of the innings. It's a good Yorker. It's going to be a single. I don't think they'll attempt the second, especially when Pollard's got the ball. So single to finish that last over. 14 runs coming up that over. And India put in a sterling performance with the bat. Once again, batting first. And I keep saying this. The opposition has pushed India to get more than what they would normally get. So 387 for 5. They're 50 overs. India batting first. The target 388 from the 50 overs at 7.76 runs per over.
There we go. Deepak Chahar, Evan Lewis. Oh, the edge. Just beats the fielder. Wasn't a bad ball.
Wonderful shot.
He'll get 4 for that though. He climbed well into that bouncer.
It's gone under the point fielder. 4. Here's a deep square. Here's a deep square. And it pockets Shreyas Iyer. glorious.
Good shot, very good shot. It's a quick outfield. Can Shreyas Iyer stop it? Great effort there. This is brilliant. Brilliant. Into out. What a shot. Ravindra Jadeja has cleaned him up with an absolute beauty.
Gets the 50.
He's found the gap. A good shot. He's found the gap this time. With the turn. Over the boundary. It's gone straight. It's very high. And just long enough. Now this has gone up. Chahar is coming under it. Jadeja might get a second. No! This is flat and this is another 6. Well, it's gone straight. And this might just go over. It does. This has gone again just over the boundary rope. In the arc. And that's a massive 6. Gets this one through. What a shot. Brings up the 50 for Nicholas Pooran. Take a bow. This has been fantastic batting. Oh, what a shot.
There is hit it with the turn. And just over the fielder at long off. That's up in the air. That's going to be a catch. And he's taken it.
No. Oh, has he got an edge? Yes, he has, Mohammad Shami.
Hit that well enough for 6, Jason Holder. Big, long reach. Just great balance. Virat Kohli showing the way. Round the wicket to Holder. Question asked. They'll go upstairs. Rohit thinks they've got him.
It is in the air, nothing grounded. Thank you, I'm ready to make my decision.
Got him! Hat-trick! But Kuldeep get him! Nice shot from Carey Peer. That's gone. That is a solid blow from Kimo Paul.
Good shot. Now this should be taken. It is. Virat Kohli rarely drops anything. So he'll pick up the wicket. Well, the first one has vanished because it didn't land. Oh, knocked him over. Good Yorker from Shami. And well as Kimo Paul played, trying to make room for the boundary. Couldn't. And India win by 107.
Well, the West Indies, they'll be disappointed with the outcome of this match. Thoroughly outplayed by this Indian side, more so with the bat. That Mammoth score of 387 really put them under pressure in the run chase. Once wickets fell during that middle period of the game, it was always going to be difficult with a climbing required rate. India, well, they keep this series alive. And they will wait for that final one-day international to decide who wins the title. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the post-match presentations. First and foremost, a big thank you for turning out in such large numbers, and thanks to both teams for a terrific game of cricket. Before we introduce the presentation party, as always, we'd like to thank the sponsors, starting with the title sponsors, Paytm, Byju's, the team sponsor, the kit sponsor, Nike, our official partners, Dream 11, ACC Cement, and Pepsi. The BCCI would also like to thank the Andhra Cricket Association and all the other government agencies who were involved in the smooth conduct of this match. Our presentation party, starting from my immediate left, got Mr. Sarath Chandra Reddy, P. Sarath Chandra Reddy, President of ACA, Mr. Y.S. Rao, Cluster Head, South and West Region ACC Cement, Mr. Vinod Babu, Dream 11, Mr. Nitinesh Sharma, Associate Vice President, Paytm. Big round of applause to Kieron Pollard, the West Indies captain. We are going to invite him for a little chat with us. So big round of applause for a team that has given us some good cricket since they've been here. Right, Kieron, first question is obviously 387. How did that happen? How would you sort of review that performance by India and your bowling and fielding?
Yeah, I thought that, we gave it away in the back end in the 20 overs, in that last 20 overs. So, again, it boils down to us executing, because we thought and we saw that it was going to be a good wicket. And all we had to do was, stick with them, go, and they're going to have to come at us. So, again, we were a bit indisciplined in terms of how we went about it. And they were able to get away from us, in the back end of that 50 overs.
And you know why India is getting these kind of massive scores batting first, don't you?
Well, it goes to show that we're competing against them, and they know that in order for them to win, they got to score big. So, again, for us, it's just a matter of, as I said, executing the small areas, that we need to improve. And if you look at the trend that how it's gone, from time we get a good wicket where we're not getting much assistance, we're not able to execute our plans how we actually want to. So, again, that's the area we really need to improve. But in terms of the batting and stuff like that, I think the guys have the confidence, to go out and chase. So, again, 40, 50 runs less, it might have been, something different. But again, well played to them. Rohit, he batted well, KL batted well, and then the guys, with the platform laid, were able to come in and, play their natural game.
We were all just floored today by Nicholas Pooran. We've seen him before, but today I thought we saw him longer and perhaps at his best. I mean, this is something sensational. We are watching Shimron Hetmyer in the last game, Nicholas Pooran this game.
Yeah, again, as I said, I've spoken about it time and time again, and there's some youngsters and there's some talented ones, and they're exciting as well. So it's just a matter of, going out and expressing yourself. Shamron in the last game, Shai Hope continues to be consistent in the way he goes about his stuff. Nicholas Pooran said he got a glimpse of him today. So again, it's a matter of, putting the pieces of the puzzle together, and, nothing happens overnight. It's work in progress. But as I said, what we need to do, I realize on this tour, is execute. We have one more game, and, we got to give it our all. At the end of the day, we have worked very hard, and I think we deserve, to go out and, go out with a bang. So again, our heads and our shoulders are still high, and in a couple of days' time, we're going to come back and we're going to fight, and we're going to fight hard again.
Interesting game for both captains with the bat.
Yeah, didn't spend much time out there. I would say sometimes you have to do it, you do it quickly. So, it's unfortunate, but again, Virat hasn't scored in 2 games. He's going to be coming hard in the 3rd one. I haven't gotten a chance to bat in the 1st one. I didn't think I walked out there today, did I? But again, these things happen. So you just go forth, and hopefully, I said, we give a better account of ourselves, come 2 days time.
It's always nice to have that kind of company when you have not done too well with the bat. Hard luck tonight, but that sets up the last game very nicely. So all the best with that. And despite the loss, well played. I mean, you guys batted terrifically.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So Pollard, the West Indies captain there, and our next presentation are the individual awards, starting with the Pepsi Swag Star of the match, and this goes to K.L. Rahul. 102 of 104 balls, opening stand of 227. Mr. P. Sarachandra ready to present a cheque of ₹1 lakh and a trophy. The next award is the ACC Kamal Ka Moment Award, and this goes to Kuldeep Yadav for his hat-trick. The first Indian to take 2 hat-tricks at the international level, Mr. Y.S. Rao from ACC Cement, will present a cheque of ₹1 lakh and a trophy, wickets of Hope, Holder and Joseph. So was the game changer of the match, the Dream 11 game changer of the match? Well, the superb Mohammad Shami. What a season he's having in all 3 formats. Changed the tide of that match in that over with key wickets of Pooran and Pollard. In consecutive balls, Vinod Babu from Dream 11 will present a cheque of ₹1 lakh and a trophy to Mohammad Shami. And the winning captain tonight is Virat Kohli. So let me invite Virat Kohli and get his thoughts on the game. You've got to say your batting is coming of age, batting first and getting these kind of scores. And somewhere you've got to thank the opposition for it.
Well, not really. I mean, it's
in the sense that they are forcing you to go beyond, what you would think is a pass score.
Yeah, true. I think what's been good is in the last 3 games, including the one at Wankhede and these first 2 ODIs, we have batted pretty well in the first half. And I think that's what we needed to improve on. Batting second has never been an issue. We are probably one of the top sides in the world, if not the best while chasing. But yeah, it's always good to see, the team getting 40, 50 runs extra than what you would have thought at the start of the game. And I think it all boils down to a good foundation. As you saw in Wankhede as well, I think Rohit and KL were outstanding. And today as well, the opening partnership set things for us nicely. And, Shreyas and Rishabh, the way they played, getting 55 runs in 2 overs at the end was outstanding hitting. So I think it all depends on how the platform is laid at the top, and a lot of credit has to go to the openers.
The 50 overs World Cup is done. You're looking forward to everyone to the 20 overs World Cup. So from that standpoint, to have 16 sixes in a 50 overs match is also somewhat growth of your T20 game.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, look, the more we get confident in T20 cricket while batting first, I think now, as you said, there's no real big tournament in 50-over cricket, so we can really afford to go out there and express ourselves while batting first without really thinking of what might happen. And I think in that regard, we'll open up our games even more, and come crunch situations in T20 cricket, we'll be able to strike from ball 1, 2 or 3, which is the need of the hour. So yeah, as a captain, I think it's been very nice to see in the last 3 games the way we batted first, especially after losing the toss. So that's something that we haven't quite done well in the past, and it shows that we're not really reliant on the toss anymore, and we want to bat the opposition out of the game if possible if we lose the toss and bat first.
Do you think you found your number 4? Because that was a bit of an issue in the last 50 overs World Cup.
Well, look, I think it was made more of an issue than it was. If the number 4 doesn't bat consistently for you, doesn't get to bat consistently for you, there's no real reason behind someone not doing well. And I think Shreyas has got opportunity in the last 4 or 5 games, and he's got 4 50s in a row. So he's really grabbed his chances and he's performed well. But you also have to think of how well the top 3 have played in the past, that the middle order didn't get chances. So I think it's a very tricky situation to think of. We're just happy that a youngster has come in and he's taking responsibility and he's playing free cricket. He's not really worried about the pressure, which I think is a very good sign for Indian cricket.
You might look at this game, and people might look at this game a few weeks later and think India won, easily, but wasn't the case. So just want to talk about a couple of things. One is that review that you took, because we were watching you after that, you weren't peaceful. And then the catching, Virat. So tell us about those 2 things.
Well, reviews are obviously left up to, upon the bowler and the keeper. Both of them were convinced. They thought the ball didn't turn as much, but the replays suggested otherwise. So we haven't got those 2 right in the last 2 games, and we only have 1. So I wasn't really pleased with how we took the review. And secondly, yeah, catching is again disappointing. It's not a representation of the kind of standards we've set for ourselves. And being one of the top sides in the world, we should be better on the field. And try to improve on these mistakes as much as we can, all 3 departments. It's very important to maintain standards and live up to those standards. We can't be dropping catches on a regular basis in every game.
Is there an explanation you think for that?
Well, I think it's all to do with not wanting to make a mistake. I think we've always been a side, when we've enjoyed our fielding, we're one of the best fielding sides in the world. So I think that enjoyment is very crucial, as you saw while batting as well. If you have what if in your head, then you're going to make mistakes. So the fielding is same. Fielding is all about wanting the ball, and as long as we enjoy ourselves, we'll be right up there in the field as well.
Well, congratulations on the win, and all the best for the decider, which is going to be, I'm sure, a cracker of a game. So well done. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
So that was Virat Kohli, the Indian captain. Our final presentation is the Paytm man of the match, and this goes to Rohit Sharma. 159 of 138 balls, 17 fours, 5 sixes. Mr. Nitinesh Sharma from Paytm will use the Paytm UPI money transfer to digitally transfer the prize money of rupees 1 lakh and a trophy to Rohit Sharma, the Paytm man of the match. Yeah, Rohit. Right, Vizag is now a special place for you. 200 the last time you played a test match here, 100 today. Well done.
Thank you. It was a much needed victory for us. We needed this quite badly after losing the first game in Chennai. So, we wanted to get our act together, bring everything together. And then we started off really well. That was a very, very crucial partnership that we had up front of 200 plus. KL batted brilliantly while I was taking my time. He allowed me to do that actually. So yes, all in all, I think it was a great batting performance backed up by a really good bowling performance as well.
How is it batting with a different opening partner? You've had such a long relationship and partnerships with Shikhar Dhawan, a different kind of player. KL Rahul?
Yeah, I mean, KL is such a talent, when you watch it from the opposite end, makes it very easy. The shot making that he has all over the ground, makes him a solid player. Now he's growing in confidence as well after a very successful World Cup that he had, personally for him. So yes, obviously a new partner, as you saw, the running between was not up to the mark between both of us, but we'll get used to that pretty soon. The understanding is very important. That is what I've had with Shikhar when I batted with him, but yes, of course, we can take a lot of confidence from how we batted, how we created that partnership, because when you start off, you kind of take 7-8 overs to assess the pitch, and then you want to take it from there. So that was what was going on in my mind while KL was batting freely at the other end.
Final question, you get 100 in one-day cricket and it's never over. You get it around the 30 overs and people are expecting you to go on and get it. Tell us how you manage the physical side of it, because it's also hot, humid, so easy to sort of get 100 and leave. And also the mental side, is that now your goal? When you get 100, it's got to be much more than just 100?
Yeah, I think so. See, I've said it many a times, once you get past 100, it's about you talking to yourself mentally, how badly you want to score rest of the runs, how important it is from the team's perspective for a set batsman to bat as long as possible. And we have seen time and again, as long as the set batsman is out there, you can get as many as possible in terms of the runs on the scoreboard. So that is what I always think. When you're set, you just don't let it go that easily. And of course, having played 200 plus ODI, it's my responsibility and making sure that I put the team into a comfortable position every time I get an opportunity.
Well done, Rohit. Always fun to watch you bat in that fashion. Congratulations on another Man of the Match award. And well, Vizag is fortunate to see you play well every time you come here. So congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thanks.